How do YouTube, and welcome back to the MDN channel. We are playing Final Fantasy 16 once again. Part 28, maybe? Can't quite remember the part. Anyway, we have a couple of side quests on our horizon, as you can see. So we'll see what these are. 3 side quests, see what these are, get them done, and then we'll move on to the main story. How's everyone been? It's been a while. It's been about a week since I was playing this game. It's taken me a while to get through it, which I was talking to my friend about it the other day, actually yesterday. Well, I was talking about when I got, for example, when I got Final Fantasy 9 when I was younger. I completed in a week, 2 weeks maybe, yeah, about 2 weeks. But it was over, it was done. Had nothing else to look forward to, apart from the next game. But I mean, in terms of, I love Final Fantasy 9 so much that the excitement to play the next game wasn't as high. The excitement to play this game has been nothing but high, and the hype has been real for me. So to be able to play this over what now 3 months almost, has been a real treat. Obviously, if I had the time, I would just smash this game right now, but unfortunately I don't, with a child and full-time work. So I get on it where I can. I'm working from home and I'm on my lunch break right now. My wife's in bed because she works nights, so it's an opportunity to just jump on, try and get a recording in, maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes. Anyway, let's talk to this lady.
Perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try.
Yeah, let's try.
Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
I would say that's a good bet.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
Okay, let's go. Let's go find these scales and, well, let's see. What will we do? Will we give them a little scare? I don't know how are we going to approach this? Do you think? I think it'd be cool to give them a little scare. Okay. One of the side quests is Violet Letter. Fair enough. So you're all the way up there, which I can get to this way. Yeah, if you can hear it, I'm sorry, but I've got a cold. So if I sound a bit, voice sounds a bit weird, I apologise for that. Let's just activate this while we're here. Alright, Scoots.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything alright, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle.
Bless him.
Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's
Uh-oh.
alright. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out.
I love
I
Goots.
wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Oh, she would.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
But we're not afraid of it.
Thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
I hope so. Unless this whole time she's been this like really like cold-hearted bitch, which I don't think is the case. She's a tough mother, but she's not a cold-hearted bitch. Got a heart of gold, actually.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
That's true. That's what happened. Never Dion the Bold Kinslayer. That's right.
You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do?
I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Oh, I tell her what. You broke the scales? Uh-oh.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Middledore? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledore said, the best way I see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
You don't know how.
Taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then,
Yeah? Yeah?
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Let's sort it out.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Midderdoll's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else.
Wow, we're being teacher.
But what of the others?
Oh, I've got to do this.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing.
You've ridden a
Aw.
chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
I was going to say that.
You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
Yeah, you
I
cook with
do.
it.
Molly uses them in the kitchens.
Yay!
For bangers.
But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot.
Oh,
They're for weighing
Oh.
stuff.
I feel attacked now.
What if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
Yeah. The gear.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledor's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo.
And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
All right.
We did it.
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's it. Give him the
That's
confidence.
right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs.
Ah.
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
I like that. Again, we're getting more connections.
We never used the cogwheel.
Oh.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Again, it's just nice to have that interaction with the NPCs of the hideaway. You know, this time the children, showing what an impact he has on them, what type of leader he is. Everyone looks up to him, and there's a reason for that, and we get to see that demonstrated. We don't just get told by the game that he's looked up to. We get to see why the people here look up to him.
It seems the hideaway has lost
Blasted
its
book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it.
Oh,
I need
okay.
a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword.
Oh.
You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing
Competitive.
favorites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Okay, I guess we don't have a
I've never been one to
choice.
play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit?
Yeah.
Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one?
Oh, yeah.
Kindly old fella.
I'm
who
just
walks
heading
the
over there
shelves,
now.
maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Man, she didn't mince words, does she? Pop her in there with guilt. It's okay. We've only got the world to save, but it's fine. We'll prioritize this just for you. Right. So it's good that it's here because we can speak to Miss Shirley.
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
She sounds like
Please, there's no
Sansa.
need.
Sansa Stark.
Ed seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission.
Wow.
In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines.
Oh.
To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But
Damn.
that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life.
Yeah.
And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Oh, bless Mid. That's sad. Shows what type of person she is as well, though. Got some good people living here. Okay, let's just quickly go speak to Harpocrates.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern. Their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive.
Okay, we know where we're going to go.
And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Of course we will, mate. For you, anything. Right, the elder statesman of the hideaway. Okay, let's go talk to Sharon.
Lady Karen.
Karen, buddy, I do it every time.
How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade, then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not
Very
once in
defensive.
5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that
Very defensive
certain
there.
rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Oh. Oh, mate. Oh, he was like he was like a tiny little man there, wasn't he? She proper put him in his place.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not.
It's not, I agree.
People do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh.
He's defending her honor.
But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Oh, okay.
I
saw that. I should have seen that coming. Is that something we're going to do now? Okay. Right. Let me just read this letter that's up here, which has a mission attached to it, and then we'll go ahead and do the missions outside of... Oh, wow, okay. You have the town's thanks for helping rid us of all the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think that we have seen the end of their light. Good Philip here has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling. By off worry, the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders. Just as I imagine, the same might be said of you and your burden. But remember, should the weight ever become so much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the veiled doors. Oh, well. Maybe interested in those doors one day. The Guardians, the Guardians are getting along with the Axe fine enough, working to shore up the rest walls. Yeah, when not clearing out what few threats remain down the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in what's it called? Akashic. Had you not given the Horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in the need of a quick reviver, come to us and we'll tap you a cask. Nice. Oh, Wade. You have the uncanny talent of showing up where you are most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of Akashic and us, but more their nameless numbers. However, with the Horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without any worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's Blood Axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for him for taking him under your wing. Oh yeah, of course. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hard-working, so as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would he would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. Wow, high praise indeed. The Garden League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all to sip our snake's pit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we are better half. We have your better half to thank. She put quite a performance. As for yours, well, from the aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection and your stiff limbs of yours and your countenance and well everything else. We wouldn't want to do the same under name. We won't start again. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? Oh wow, just everything then. I apologise for sudden untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none more whom I may turn. The most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task of most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of material aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness sample of to attend the needs of the manor to the attending of bandits in back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If you please, if it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. We'll just go there now then.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Where would he be at Martha's Rest?
Oh, I thought that would take us there. Ah, okay, never mind. So let's just go ahead then and attend to these matters. Oh, I can't yet. Okay, well we've got to carry on the story then. But we've got those side quests ready to go when we need when we're able to do them. Aww. Holy shit, we're gonna have Joshua now. That's awesome. Cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Okay. I mean, a bit harsh on him there, Clive, weren't you? I mean, he might have thought he'd never see you again. So, both of you. So, I think it's okay while you're walking for him to just take in the magnitude of what's going on. But guys, we're going to end it here. We're coming up to the main, another more than likely important part of the main quest line. So we're not going to start that now, just for me to end the video, because I like to try and keep it between half an hour and 40 minutes if I can. We're already at 27 minutes, 28 minutes probably now, maybe even 29. So thank you very much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all your support, comments, likes. It really does mean a lot. Hopefully you'll continue to do so and continue to enjoy this series just as much as I am. Until next time, guys, you all take care. Bye bye.